welcome back to T-Boys TV. I hope you're all well. I'm well. Obviously, this is a Liverpool versus Crystal Palace match preview as well as other topics, as you can see by the title. So, we're going to get straight into it, like always. So, obviously, the last time we played, it was a brilliant game. I remember watching it with my mate. It's a shame I couldn't do didn't do YouTube at the time to do a YouTube watch along of it. I done a watch along on Instagram, because I always used to do it on Instagram and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I didn't do it on YouTube where it can save. They can save on Instagram, but just not like it can on YouTube, and you can't do it as long. I had to stop here half time and all that madness, and then redo it. But obviously, we slapped them up 7-0. Great victory. The weird thing is, ever since after that game, we started losing at home, like, all them 1-0 losses and all that stupidness. Well, not straight after, but a few games after, you know what I mean? After the Man United one and stuff like that. But great game. That was, Salah scored a beautiful goal that game. Nuno scored. He was at the club, obviously, before he got the loan move to Southampton. Mane scored, I believe. Firmino. Can't really remember who else scored. I'm pretty sure they scored. There are too many goals, you know what I mean? But it was a madness. It was a great victory. Crystal Palace obviously were appalling. Didn't even cause a threat, maybe except one or two chances, but it was a madness. But yeah, both our previous games, obviously we slapped up Burnley. Well, actually, I don't really think we slapped him up. Like, if Chris Wood scored that goal, that would have been a different game where he hit the side netting. And it weren't a 3-0, if I'm being totally honest. Like, we just took our chances. Burnley didn't. Like, Burnley didn't actually play bad. Like, it weren't a 3-0. Like, they played awful against Leeds. But, like, against us, they weren't actually as bad as they were then. But yeah, obviously, we got the 3-0 victory. And Crystal Palace lost 3-1 to Arsenal. Arsenal looked pretty good. I watched the highlights of that. Martinelli getting a goal and Pepe with 2. A little quick discussion about Pepe. How do you lot feel about him? Do you feel he is underrated at Arsenal? Because if I'm being totally honest, I think he is. But yeah, just let me know what you think about that. But I'm going to talk about the lineup I would play. I'm not going to talk about what I think Klopp will play because Jota might be back. And I feel, well, obviously I'm not sure if he's back. He might be, he might not be. So I'm not going to do it how I usually do it. I'm just going to explain it here. I won't, as I just said, I won't do what I think Klopp will play. I'll just do what I would want to play if Jota is in. Or, that sort of thing. So I'm going to get straight into it. So obviously Alisson goal, straightforward. Trent right back, sorry. Robertson left back. Nat Phillips and Reece Williams. Because I still don't think Kabak's back. There's talks that he might be going. That might have been a couple of weeks ago, it might have been his last game for Liverpool. I mean, I won't be annoyed if he goes because, well, I think I said it on the other video, he's still young. You know what I mean? Like, he has done things for us, so I appreciate it. But I'd hope to maybe see him again in a Liverpool shirt in a couple of years, maybe. Proper signing when he's about 25, So, and obviously all this Kanate talk, I understand why we're not going to get Kabak if that is the case. I do think another centre-back will go as well. But, yeah. So obviously Reece Williams and Nat Phillips at the back. And then onto midfield, Fabinho's the number 6. That's straightforward. Now the midfield. Wijnaldum, because this could be his last game. It's a madness. Big up Wijnaldum. Appreciate everything he's done for the club. Like, if you look at the games like the Barcelona semi-final, him in that game, he was exceptional. The header he scored was brilliant. The goal he got, maybe Ter Stegen should have done better, but he done 2 goals that led us to win the Champions League. So shout out Wijnaldum. appreciate everything he's done for us if this is his last game. But I'd want to see him and... Yeah, I want to see Thiago. I feel Thiago's had a good few games, to be honest. He's been sharp, he's... The way he's cut in, like, he's got unlucky. Maybe he should have scored against Burnley. I think he should have, to be honest. The one where Salah laid it off to him. 1-on-1, you've got to be scoring that, if you're asking me. Obviously, he put it just wide. But I want to see Thiago. And then the front three, now this is interesting, even if Jota is fit, because everyone's actually played alright. No, do you know what? Mane on the left, Jota on the right, and Firmino through the middle. Because I feel, okay, Salah's chasing the golden boot, but we can always bring him on. And Salah the other day, I think he needs a bit of a rest. Like, he didn't play bad, but he should have scored. Like, even he knew it when the one where he put it over and he hit his hands on the grass. He knew he should be scoring that. Like, he didn't have a bad game. Like, I'm not trying to say he had a bad game, but I don't think it was a great game. Like, so I feel give him a bit of a rest. Bring him on in the second half. Maybe if about 30 minutes. Or it depends at, like, 30 minutes left. Or even depends how the game's going. But, yeah. So, if Jota is fit, obviously, put him in. I want to see him in. Even though he hasn't had a great time since he's been back. But still, let's just put him in for this. Last game of the season, you know what I mean? So, yeah, might as well just do it. But I'm going to talk about the players to watch out for now. One big player is missing for Crystal Palace, which is Eze. I would have put him on this list 100%. He has been exceptional this season. He's still young as well. Obviously, they got him from Crystal Palace. He plays for Crystal Palace. QPR, sorry. He was exceptional for them as well. Like, he is a player. He can drive. He's definitely one for the future. He can drive at you. He can cut in. He can shoot. He can score solo goals. Like, if you look at that goal, yeah, it's Sheffield United, but it was still exceptional the way he came at them when they played Sheffield United at Selhurst Park, by the way. Not the time they played him recently. But yeah, he is exceptional. He's a big miss. I've heard he's out for like 6 months or something crazy. I mean, if that is true, that is not good for Crystal Palace. Obviously the season's like ending, but still, that's like when we come back, And he does play for the England under 21s, 23s, whatever it is. I can't even remember. But yeah, but the players that they do have, well, one of them might not be in, but he might be, so I just put him in. Benteke. Obviously, I believe this guy scored in his last 2 games. I know he definitely scored against Arsenal. And, you know what, he used to play for us. He wasn't great, but you know what the former players like to do to us sometimes. Haunt us and, score against us and all that. So, yeah. And the last player that is most likely going to play, I've not heard anything like he's injured or anything. Zaha. Obviously, he is arrogant, but we can't deny he is a very good player. Like, big clubs were looking at him, you know what I mean? Like, Arsenal, obviously people say, oh, you're not a big club. Like, come on, their history, they are. Let's be real. I'm pretty sure Man United were looking at him once or something like that. Or even played for Man United, didn't he, or something? But he's exceptional. We have to be real. Yes, he can be a player that can piss you off, but he is good, you know what I mean? Like, he's got pace, he can shoot, he can cut in. He's a very, very pacey player. I know this ain't related to football, but when I saw this thing, when he was talking about roadmen, he was spot on. He was like, why'd you wear all this to act hard and make yourself look good? Like, it's just embarrassing, basically. And I agree with everything he says when it comes to that. But yeah, on a football pitch, as I said, he can be annoying, but it helps, like, him, because the players get annoyed on the opposite team, and it could make them possibly get a card sending off. So he uses tactics there and thinks about it. So it does work, I have to be real, but hopefully our players don't get annoyed or with him or try and cause mayhem, like it's last game of the season. It's a must-win game still. So, yeah, but I'm going to get on to the honest score prediction now. And due to the fans being back, obviously we're a team that runs off fans. I've said that in a few videos I've done. I think we're going to get the 3-1 victory. People might go, oh, you're saying a massive Liverpool win for once. Usually, recently, I'm like draw or a goal by like a win, by like a goal or something like that. But I generally think we're gonna do it. Obviously, Palace, not really this season, but recent seasons they've done really good away from home against the top six. That season where they beat City 4-3, Townsend scored that banger. That was exceptional. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great away win for them. But I think last game of the season, as I said, with fans, I think we're going to end it on high and try and retain our top four or even get third, depending on how Chelsea do in their game. But yeah, so that is my score prediction. That is the players I think we need to watch out for and the lineup I would play. So yeah, people. So people, obviously there's a few topics I want to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about are the new Liverpool kits that have been released. The home kit, I do like it. The only thing I don't like about it is the standard chartered. Like, I don't like how the font is. Like, usually in recent years it's been better. But yeah, again, it might still be one of them things where I look at it at first and go, oh, I don't know. But then you know them things where you just grow into it and you're like, okay, yeah, no, I like this actually. But I like the way they've done the orange, like collar bits and, where your arm tends to be, that sort of area and all that. So, yeah, I probably will end up getting it. So, yeah, and then the goalkeeper one, it's so weird because, obviously, I used to play Minecraft back in the day, like, who didn't? It looks like the creeper, the creepers from Minecraft. But I do like it still. Obviously, you can see both the kits, or you would have seen both the kits on the screen. So, yeah, but I don't mind it. I probably will end up getting that as well. I might get them a bit customised, you know what I mean? I might get my name on them, stuff like that. But they're not too bad. It's just the standard chartered thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see if I grow into that. And some other Liverpool fans might be the same as me, you know what I mean? They might have to grow into it, they might think it, like loads of people think because stuff like this is different, you know what I mean? We're not really used to this sort of thing. So, they might just grow into it. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But another topic I want to talk about is Nuno is leaving Wolves. Obviously, he's been an absolute legend for them. Obviously, getting them European football. I believe he was the manager that brung them up in the Championship. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Wolves fans will appreciate everything he's done. Yeah, man, he's been a great manager for them. And I was thinking, during this season, to myself, like, this was probably in January when Wolves were playing a bit, like, 'cause they haven't had a great season this season, let's be real. I was thinking, oh, could he be the next manager to go? Like, it just didn't seem how it was, like, in his interviews, he weren't really like he usually was. He was a bit quiet and, that sort of thing. But yeah, I was thinking to myself, would he be the next man to go? Obviously he wasn't, but he is going this season. But as I said, Wolves will appreciate everything he's done for them. But where do you guys think he'll go next? Now, I've got a feeling he might go to Spurs. People might sit there and go, really? But I generally think he might, because I don't know, I just have a feeling that'll be a team that will fit him, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just got a feeling, and he'll bring in some Portuguese players. He'll get them a way of playing, and Spurs probably still won't win a trophy. Let's be real, that's just Spurs for you. But I do think he can do a decent job there, and I feel he deserves to have a go somewhere else in the Premier League to see how he does there. As I said, I think he will bring in Portuguese players, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed the watch along highlights the other day. Obviously, it was short highlights, but I hope you still enjoyed it. And until the watch along, I will see you guys tomorrow. So just keep doing what you're usually doing, sharing, liking, subscribing, all of that. Appreciate it. We're currently on 177 subscribers. Obviously, my new aim, I said that in the description of one of the videos the other day, is 200 subs. So, as I said, just share, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and all of that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So, take care and peace.